So this week I wanted to talk about mindfulness. I want to talk about the basics of mindfulness. I want to talk about what mindfulness can look like, so how you can practice it. And I want to talk about how mindfulness will show up in your daily lives in relation to other people and in relationship to what's going on in your daily life. So let's get started. What is mindfulness? We throw that word around so much. It's in all these TikToks, these Instagram reels, these stories. People are being mindful, and it looks very different for different people. Let's start with the basics. First of all, you need to understand what's up here. The first thing that you need to understand is that there are voices in your head, and your thoughts just are on a loop sometimes, and they go on and on and on. And you need to understand that you are separate from that. You need to really get that in whatever you're hearing up here, it's not necessarily you. Your brain is smart and it's doing things for you sometimes on repeat. It's bringing in thoughts to protect you from certain things. It's also reacting to its environment at all times. It's taking from the past, so it's thinking about what happened in the past and it's giving you ideas of what's going to happen. It's also thinking of worst case scenarios because it's trying to save you always. You need to separate from that. You need to come into yourself. You are absolutely separate from that. You are not the voice in your head that keeps rambling, saying all these thoughts. Like, if you were, you'd be crazy. So the voice in your head, you have one, everybody has one. It talks to you, it says things, it reminds you of things. There's thoughts that pop up. You need to buy this, you need to do that. Oh, what if the sky's gonna fall down on my head? Like, all these different thoughts, it's not necessarily you. You need to understand that there's gonna be thoughts that are like things that you need to be doing. There are also thoughts that are from your childhood that just repeat every single day. So beliefs, like deep anchored beliefs, so thoughts that are really, really anchored, that you need to be aware of and you can switch. It's not like necessarily you all the time. And I keep saying like. I'm sure that if you studied psychology in college or university, you've seen the iceberg where there's like on top it's like your conscious and then underneath there's your subconscious. You also need to understand that there's so many things in your subconscious mind that affect how you're going to react. So your conscious mind, what's going on, what you're doing in your conscious state. So there's so much under layers in the subconscious that you need to discover about yourself, and you need to understand that it's there through programming, through environment, through things you saw in movies, people around you, what they're saying, like all these things, all these beliefs, all these thoughts. A lot of them, sometimes you need to look where they're coming from because they're in your subconscious and you can go in and work on those thoughts. Some people also believe that it's generational. So there's thoughts that are, or like feelings and stuff like that, that are generational. So like your mom or your grandmother, and they come from there. They're starting to prove some of these things in certain studies, which is really interesting. So you can look into that. But you need to understand that there's a little hamster up there. It's going on and on and on, and it's not necessarily you. And once you understand that, and you know that you can come into yourself, into your body, and that there's something else, so your personality or whoever you identify with that's your soul, right? So in the present moment, when you are being mindful, when you are calm, when you are literally like here watching me right now and you're in the moment, that is you, that is your soul, okay? And that little hamster is not, you have to detach from that. And this, when you're grounded and you're mindful and your soul is leading the little hamster, you will feel much more at ease. But you need to take control of it, and you need to be able to understand that it's separate from you. It's there to help you, and you need to use it to be able to feel better about yourself and to be able to become more mindful, more grounded, and to move forward in life with better reactions and a happier all-around state. So when we think about the word mindful, full mind, it's really funny. I just realized that right now while I was thinking about it, but it's your mind being full, so you need to take a moment and unfill it, okay? So when you're full of things, thoughts, and everything, you're overwhelmed, you need to be able to take a moment and breathe. So now we're going to talk about how to be mindful. Take a deep breath, inhale, exhale, and we will talk about how to be mindful in your everyday life, because people don't take the time to be mindful because they think that they need to sit down on a meditation pillow. They need to light some Palo Santo. They need to light some sage, have some crystals, have some moon water, all these things that people show online because it's beautiful, it's fun, it helps, but you don't necessarily need that to be mindful. The number one thing that you need to remember when you want to create mindfulness in your life is to create space. Create space for yourself, for others. Just create space in your mind, around you. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, connect with your present moment, and create space for yourself. The number one way to be mindful is to connect to your breath. Take a deep breath through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Wherever you are, whenever it is, whatever time, whatever's going on, take a deep breath, and you will be able to become more mindful and to connect to yourself. And it will ground you and help you to calm down and take a moment. And stop this hamster going, your phone going, your baby crying, everybody around you talking to you. Take a deep breath. That's the best way to easily incorporate mindfulness into your day with your breath. The other way that is easy to create mindfulness throughout your day is when you are in flow. So being in flow means you're doing something with your hands. So you're cleaning dishes, you're doing art, you're being creative with your hands, you're drawing, and you're in the flow. You're not up here, hamster, hamster, hamster. You're in the moment. You're doing what you're doing with your hands, cleaning the dishes, and you're fully immersed in that moment. That is being in flow, and it is also a moment where you are extremely mindful. So if you want to stimulate that, well, you can do cleaning. I like that. Really helps me to be in the flow and to be mindful because I'm really in the moment what I'm doing. And then you can also trigger it by like sitting down, drawing, journaling, really being in the moment. That will really help you to create mindfulness in your day, and use it to also do the hobbies that you like. So if you love to draw, go into your space, take a moment, draw, sit down, draw, and you will be in that mindfulness state where you'll create space for yourself. So those are like two simple ways that you can incorporate it easily. You can do it when you're walking, you go out, take a walk, take deep breaths, sit down, look at the trees, be mindful of the trees around you, be mindful of what's around you. That's another really, really simple way. Anywhere, anytime you are, be mindful about what's around you. Look at the colors of the sky, look at the colors of the trees, look at the bee on the flower taking pollen, like really observe it. And that is going to help you to be mindful of that exact present moment, which is fleeting. So it's always changing, but you're going to be more mindful because you're looking at that event and you're observing it. I can't speak. Observing. You're observing it and you're being mindful of it. You're creating space again to look at that thing and not be distracted by all the outside noise that we have at all times, okay? Mindfulness does not need to look like what social media says it needs to look like. It needs to look like what you want it to look like. You need to practice and discover what routines work for you. And that will change all the time. Sometimes it'll be really rigorous meditation, 15 minutes, sit down in a space with this and that, and you need it to be super structured. Other times it's breathing in the car when you're driving because you forgot to breathe for the past hour, like deeply breathe. So it's gonna look like different things to you. You need to be able to be flexible with yourself because you're creating space for yourself as well. So be mindful with yourself, care for yourself, create space for yourself to change, evolve, change routines of mindfulness when you need it in different seasons. You're going to go through different seasons in life where you need to change your mindfulness routines, and you need to use those tools that you learn over time that I'm going to talk about a little bit here so you can look into that. You're going to use these tools over time to create routines for yourself whenever you need them. So whatever you need them, and when, like, depending on what situation you are going through, you will use different tools for yourself. So it can be really simple like I talked about already, or it could be different things that I'm going to mention right now. So you can look into obviously meditation. So meditation is a huge realm. There's so many types of meditations. You can go on YouTube, just type guided meditation, you'll fall into meditations. Those are one type of meditation, guided meditations. You can use apps. So Headspace, there's Calm, and there's many more apps that are available. You can also do EFT tapping. Tapping is amazing to create mindfulness and to reduce fear. So if you're really, really stressed, you're fearful of something, you're at a 10 like stress, or 8 stress, 7 stress, fearful, you can bring yourself down with tapping. It's going to really, really, really help you. So EFT tapping, look into that. Everything's going to be linked down below. There's EFT tapping. There's coaching, so you can hire a coach, you can work with a coach who will be able to go and work with your subconscious, look at your limiting beliefs, help you identify them and help you unwire them and get the right beliefs in there. You can do that on yourself as well. You can use hypnosis. So hypnosis is not what we see in movies or what we think it is. It's being in a light trance, so like a meditation state, a meditative state, and you listen to the things that you want. So it could be affirmations, it could be a story of something that you really want, a visualization. That is hypnosis. You're embedding the things that you want for yourself. So let's say I used to be afraid of flying, so I would listen to a hypnosis about how flying is safe, positive, it's lovely, it's amazing, it's beneficial, it's risk-free, all these things. So I listen to that in a calm state where I'm in a light trance. So I'm calm, I'm breathing, my eyes are closed, I'm listening to that. That's hypnosis. You can use that as well. These are a couple of practices, so I named a few. You can have some things to look into, but you can definitely look into all of those to create more mindfulness in your everyday lives. So we were just talking about mindfulness and all the different ways that you can be mindful, the different tools you can use to be mindful. But essentially, you need to decide and describe for yourself what mindfulness means depending on the seasons that you are in your life. That's going to change, it's going to evolve, but be sure that you know how to use tools to become more mindful and to create that space for yourself, to care for yourself, to have love for yourself, and to have empathy for yourself. And the more mindful you are, the more mindful you will be in regards to everybody else around you. So that means that the more mindful and careful you are with yourself, the more you are going to be mindful with people in your surroundings, your environment, and you impact everybody as a whole. Because if you're driving your car and you're a mindful person and you take a deep breath, you don't get mad, you don't honk the car to somebody else, you don't have road rage, for example, you're gonna be nice to people, let them pass and all of this, and you won't create a fight by honking at someone and upsetting them, and then they're going to be upset, and then they're going to make somebody else upset, and it's a never-ending cycle. If you're in a great state and you're caring for yourself, you're part of a greater whole, and you will make yourself feel better, and you'll make people around you feel better. People around you feel calm, people around you feel grounded. And something really powerful that helped me when I was understanding all of this and learning how to be more mindful is that you, by being mindful with yourself, are essentially creating a state for yourself that you are in that nobody around you can shake. So the better you are at being mindful and being grounded, I love that word, it was a goal of mine and now I feel like it's getting better for me, but the more you work on yourself and being grounded, people around you, events around you, you will stay grounded and make people feel confident and make people feel good. And you protect your state and you decide what is going on inside of you. So when you feel things come on and you have tools that I discussed and you've discovered for yourself, and you are able to bring yourself back and be grounded in the same situation where somebody else would be chaotic and stressed and fighting and drama and all these things, you're able to stay calm, and it gives you so much power, positive power, and to just stay in your power and to feel good and know that no one can come and shake it. No event can come and shake it. No outside circumstances can come and shake it, because you're gonna be faced with so many things in your life. Maybe you're young right now watching this like me, you're in your 20s, but then you're gonna get older. There's things that are gonna happen and life happens, but the state that you are in every situation, you have control over that. Two people can be in the same situation, one is frantic, one is calm, and you want to be in the calm state because you want to be able to feel good, to be able to show up the best as possible, to be able to be mindful of yourself and the people around you, to care for them, to care for yourself. It is so important to work on that every single day and know that it's a complete journey. You are always learning, you're getting better, you're going back at square one sometimes. It happens to me, all the meditation people out there that are talking about mindfulness, it happens to everyone. Have compassion with yourself, have compassion with others, and be a student to learn what mindfulness means to you. So I hope this video was interesting to you for mindfulness. I hope that it encourages you and inspires you to be more mindful in your everyday life and to be a student of what mindfulness means to you your whole life, and to keep creating that into your life and integrating practices that will heal you and help in turn heal everybody else. I hope that helped, and I hope that it was interesting, and if ever you have any questions, never hesitate to let me know in the comments below. Please subscribe if you want to follow my vlogs that are out every Sunday and my videos that are out Wednesdays. I love you guys so much. Have a great day.